Welcome back to my shit show. Today I will be doing something different and interviewing a guest behind this curtain. So please welcome today's guest, David the Monster. Wrong curtain. Wait, let me just guide you to the right one. Here it is. So without further ado, please welcome our guest, David the human person who owns a cat and likes possum memes. Woohoo!
Hi, my name is David. I live in the Czech Republic and I study engineering in the city nearby named Vyškov.
Today we will be discussing our school experiences and somewhat comparing them. What do you want to share about your school?
They promised us that there will be a new classroom with a robotic arm, and they even got some donations from the EU. And 1 year after that, we noticed that there's a new robotic arm next to the road, and it holds some kind of advertisement for the school. And probably by accident, there seems to be new climatization and all kinds of upgrades for the executive offices in the school. We also have this smoking zone, which is hidden behind the warehouse for sporting equipment. And when there is an inspection, then school radio announces that smoking zone will be off limits because it is quite illegal here. But school doesn't mind and it's full all the time.
Isn't that something my fellow dipsites would have loved? My classmates had to hang outside the window just for one smoke, and our school was very strict about it. Also, this is not how it looked, that's just how I drew it. You can imagine the real possibility. They even put bars on the windows once so that we couldn't do that anymore, but someone broke a few of them, and then our class got shifted to a different classroom. They were also very strict about uniforms. Did you guys have uniforms?
We don't have any school uniforms. We can wear what we want. There aren't any restrictions. I've seen a lot of people in all kinds of clothing, even cosplay and things like that. So I even once wore pajamas to the school. Very comfortable, very. Usually wear some kind of normal cargo pants and sweater, which is also comfortable, which is the most important thing to me.
Man, imagine people wearing cosplays to school. It could be the best thing you have seen all day, or it could also be the worst and most traumatizing thing you have seen. Maybe someday you'll walk into the school and think, is that the Grim Reaper or someone just feeling themselves today? And we would have even more embarrassing memories to share in the future.
That people mostly choose to wear normal things to school, so it isn't really a problem, but I can't really imagine wearing a uniform in the school. I think it's kind of too restricting or something similar.
Oh, it is restricting. Also, not to mention, some of our teachers used to make a fuss about the skirt not being of knee length, but they couldn't really stop anyone from doing that. Also, the main purpose of uniform is probably to identify the students and for there to be no specific gap between the economic classes of the students. Because if someone is wearing a uniform, everyone is wearing the uniform, you can't really tell who's rich or who's poor. That's not the same with normal clothes. And some of us were assholes, so we would have definitely bullied each other for that. We were commenting on each other's backs because we couldn't comment on each other's clothes. Back me up on this one, dipsites, you know it's true.
What kind of relationship is usual with your teachers?
That really depended on what kind of teacher we had. If we had a good teacher, we had good relationship. Mostly it was formal relationships, and sometimes if the teacher is good at teaching and is good at connecting with the kids, you get to talk to them normally. Sometimes you might get some tea. We also had this economics teacher who was always full of rage, but she knew how to do her job properly, so we were okay with her. And then we had this piece of shit teacher. I hope she's not doing well. She was a horrible teacher and she liked to pick on kids. Oh my god, what a cool teacher I am. Haha, bitch. But I'll be covering that one in my next video. Did you have any teachers who thought it was fun to degrade kids because they didn't know an answer?
Well, we have this kind of friendly relationship with most of them, where we can talk to them almost like to any other friend. They can also teach quite well, but there's this one teacher who is a huge asshole and he can't teach at all. He's mean, but fortunately he's been fired last month for drinking during work and watching porn on his PC in work, which we seen a few times. We have one teacher that has a speech about how we will not graduate almost every time we walk into the classroom. Also, when we have a question for him and, for example, don't understand some kind of topic, he just brushes it off and tells us we should already know that. What noise does dog do in your language? Our dog be like huff huff.
That sounds like your dogs are out of breath. Ours is bow bow. But you know what's an interesting sound in our country? Truck noises. Listen to this.
And why?
I have no idea. Next question. Is there something mischievous you got away with at school?
For example, almost all of us cheat on most of our tests and we always get away with it. And we also invented this kind of game which is similar to dodgeball when we use all kinds of items, even the dangerous ones like pocket knives and any other things that we get our hands onto. And we have many injuries, even the bloody ones. It's fun.
Whoa, your school was really okay with anything as long as the students are not dying, huh? We had a game where we put a cloth bag on top of someone's head and then beat them up. We also had a lot of class fights, but if we didn't get caught, we didn't get punished. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.